god, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I had a plan for this in my head, and then I get on the damn camera, I have no idea what the fuck to say. Thank the Lord for editing. Hey! Yep, my name is Shavon13, and today I'm going to tell you about my little adventure to Seattle. So, about, let's see, today's the 20th. About a few more, So, about 10, 11 days ago, I ended up going to Seattle for PAX West, which was a hell of a lot of fun. And it was the first time, well, it was the first time, one, for me going to Seattle, and two, for me going so far away from my current state to another state by myself. Which was very interesting. This is just going to be me telling you everything that happened. It was actually a lot of fun. If you've never gone to a PAX before, if there's like one near you, try going to one. It's really, really fun. I've been to PAX East before, and that was my first time in Boston. But this was my first time in Seattle, and hey, it was a big difference. It was a lot more people. But so I'll just start from the beginning, because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Help me. I've never done a vlog before, or at least telling a story. Help. But I'll start from the beginning. So to start off with, as I was saying, this was my first time going to this was my first time going to Seattle. And not only that, this was also my first time going anywhere by myself that far. Like, ever in my lifetime of going anywhere. And I don't travel much. I never really had the chance to when I was younger. And even when I did, even when I did go to like places, whether we drove or whether we took a flight, I was always with someone, either with family or a friend. This time, nah. And let me tell you, I was terrified as all hell. Like, the thing about it is that it didn't, like, the actual fear of me being alone there and being low on the flight didn't hit me until I got to the actual airport. And it happened in the stages of, well, it just happened in stages. It was very weird. So it happened in very interesting stages. Stage one was when I got to the airport, I started to realize, like, wait a second, this is a 4.5-hour flight. Interesting. I've never flown for that long before, but it should be okay. Stage two, I get through security, and I'm like, okay. And I'm talking to the lady because I had to get a wheelchair. I cannot walk through that entire freaking airport. I can't do that. My body will break down on me. I wouldn't have been able to go. But I'm talking to the lady, and me, whenever I get really, really nervous, I start to ramble on more. I start to chatter more, and I'm really happy that lady was nice enough to talk to me the entire time, because I was nervous as all fuck. Thank you. I do not remember your name, but thank you. But I started to notice I was getting nervous. I'm like, okay, why am I getting nervous? And then the second thing hit. I'm like, wait a second. Where's my either friend who usually comes with me or my father? And I immediately looked to my right and my left. I'm like, wait a second. This is gonna be a 4-hour flight to Seattle by myself. That's the second thing that hit. I'm like, okay, should be interesting. And I'm starting to get more and more a little jittery and afraid and whatnot. Third thing hit when I'm just sitting there, you know, waiting to board. It's probably like 30 minutes before we got aboard. Next thing I know, I'm like, wait, I'm getting on a flight. 4 hours. I'm from like the outside Chicago. I'm going from Chicago to Seattle, far away, by myself, which I honestly should have not have done, because I am not supposed to be doing anything by myself. I have a lot of pain problems, which caused me to break down and can't move anymore. And it's like, I'm going to do this by myself. I don't have my like usual friend who I usually go on trips with and whatnot. And it's like, I really don't know anyone there. The reason why I went to PAX in general is because I'm actually an enforcer, and it's the reason why I did PAX East. It was that was actually my first PAX in general, and then my first year being an enforcer. So it's like, you know what? I enjoy being an enforcer. You know, for East, I may as well go to West. I didn't realize it'd be so different, and I also didn't realize that my friend wouldn't be able to go. So like, all this is hitting me 30 minutes before I got aboard the damn plane, and I'm just like, okay, what the fuck? So it's like, okay, I'm just sitting there freaking out, like, okay, we're gonna be okay. And then, what is this, like the fourth thing hits? The flying part. Now, I actually enjoy the sensation of flying, and I also enjoy the sensation of a car going. The thing is that the things which terrify me most for either a car or a flight in general, any type of like transportation, I am terrified of right now. Because a long time ago I was in a bad accident. I've been traumatized ever since. So it's like any vehicle I am in, which I am in no control over, scares the shit out of me. And I'm just like, wait a second. We're not even in the car this time. We're gonna be in the air. by ourselves. We don't know anyone. What the fuck is wrong with you? And it's like, I was so nervous by that. And luckily, one of the ladies who actually helped me onto the plane was like, "You're gonna be fine." I think she was not a stewardess. Maybe that's the name for it. They go back and forth on the plane. I don't travel very often, so I don't know. But they go back and forth on the plane. She's like, "You're gonna be fine. I'll take care of you. If you need anything, let me know." I loved her so much. It's like, thank you. You have no idea how scared I am right now. But it's like as I'm getting on the plane, I'm just getting more and more terrified. And in those 30 minutes, I'm like paranoid. I actually tweet out to a friend of mine saying, "I just realized I'm going to be alone on a plane for 4 hours during the nighttime. And I'm fucking terrified without my friend. Help me!" And my friend replied, she's like, "You're gonna be okay, you're gonna be okay." But then the final thing hit when I sit down in my seat. The final thing was that I'm going to be alone in a town I've never been in before, only probably knowing one or two people who also worked at PAX East, who worked at PAX East and are going to PAX West as well. Rooming with people I really don't know. You really shouldn't do these things, I'm telling you. I'm saying, you really shouldn't. And then I'm staying there for 8 days. I'm just like, wait a second. Why did I decide to do this? Now, I did not know that PAX West or PAX Prime, whatever they call it these days. I did not know that PAX West ran for 4 days. I didn't know this. See, for PAX East, it was me and my friend. We only stayed for 5 days, and because it was only Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then I think we left Monday and we got there Thursday or Wednesday, 1 to 2. And it's like, so it was only 5 days. Nah, I didn't realize that I would be there for 4 days. And then the extra days, I had to get there early for setup and whatnot to help people and everything. And then for the after stuff and whatnot, for tear down and helping people out with or at least directing people to help other people out and whatnot. I'm just like, what the fuck have I gotten myself into? So that all hit finally. And I'm just sitting there hyperventilating, oh my god, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm gonna be alone. I'm gonna have to depend on myself to find food and water and make sure I get to bed and have clothing ready and whatnot. I'm just I'm freaking out. And I finally start to calm down after the nice lady's like, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be fine. It's okay. I'm surprised she didn't fucking slap me. But that was the start of a very interesting trip. I finally calmed down once the plane started to take off and whatnot, and it just felt lovely. It was a pain in my rectum, literally, in other forms, because, God, sitting for 4 hours and about 30 to 45 minutes can be horrible. And then, of course, I haven't traveled in a long time, especially on a plane, and I have no memory of ever using a bathroom on the plane, ever. And I had to go pee, naturally, because it's almost 5 hours. And I will never do it again. That bathroom is so damn tiny, it's not even funny. I'm trying to walk in there with my cane. I got a cane I gotta use to walk around with. It's a big ass cane. And it's I'm trying to shuffle into this thing. I'm like, what the fuck? And when it flushes, it's loud and it scared me because I didn't know it was gonna make that sound. So I'm like, what is going on? I'm just I was probably the most paranoid, freaked out person on that plane. And everyone was just wondering, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? I'm just I don't know. Just someone hold me, please. I'm here alone. So alone. But finally the plane ride ended and I get out. I had the people help me out to what's it called? To get to the bus, the shuttles and whatnot. I get there around I think I got there around 11. And then I had to go to the first hotel because I had to stay in 2 different hotels, because that Wednesday night I had to stay in one hotel, and then the Thursday through Wednesday, ended up staying in a different hotel, which actually worked out surprisingly. And that's where the next fun thing comes in my little story. I get to the hotel, and I know for a fact that the actual airplane people handled my bag with care, but the person on the shuttle didn't. Because I remember grabbing my bag off the little, the thing circles around baggage claim is what it's called. And I remember getting it. And I remember looking at the bag and there was no spots on it, nothing leakage. I get to the damn hotel, I look at my bag, there's leakage. I'm like, what the fuck happened? So I open my bag and something exploded. one of my soaps decided to just crack open. Luckily, I had it in a plastic baggie, but that plastic baggie had a damn hole in it. So I'm like, okay. So I had to like scrub the side of my bag while talking to my roommate. Luckily, he was just nice enough to be like, you know what, she's probably, stressed out or whatnot. She probably just wants to talk. And plus, I wanted to get to know him or get to know him better. So I was like, so it was a long night. I had to like scrub my bag. Luckily, it didn't get on like any of my clothes except for my pajama pants. So I was like, I don't care about those. But it took so long to scrub. It's like, it was a really hard soap to get off. I couldn't just like stick it in the shower. So after that fun night, I barely got any sleep. And then the next day was Thursday, which was where me as an enforcer, I go up to the actual convention hall, usually between the hours of like 10 or, around like, 10 or later. See, mainly to get our enforcer badges and then to help out in whatever department we need to help out in. For me, which I did the same thing when I went to PAX East, I work at Info Booth. The reason for that is because, again, I'm a very broken person. I cannot do much. So I work at Info Booth, and basically what I do there is pretty much, I give you information. And if I don't know, the person next to me will. And it's actually pretty fun for me. I get to socialize with like a lot of different people, and I love that because I don't get to do it very often. It's the reason why I wanted to go to PAX in general itself, because it's like, I'm kind of stuck in my room most of the time. I don't have many people to talk to. I want to go exploring! So it's like, I thoroughly enjoyed that job while I was there for PAX East and PAX West. But I had to go to Info Booth in general we had to get our PAX shirts, our badges, and then we either had to stay there to help, which was optional, or we could just go and do whatever. For me, I actually had to leave. Usually I would have stayed at the actual Info Booth, or the bunker, I should say. That was an amazing place. Usually I would have stayed and actually helped out with telling other enforcers what to do, like where to go, where they need help and whatnot. Nah. See, from that like Wednesday to that Thursday, from Wednesday to Thursday, and then the day before that, I had probably gotten around 5 hours of sleep in general. So by the time Thursday rolled around, and it was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I was just dead tired. I was supposed to take like a tour of the actual facility. Nah. I was out cold from like 12 to 7. I just took a nap. That's a nap to me. I was just out cold. So that first day of mine, I didn't do nothing. And I felt kind of bad because it's like, I was supposed to help out, but it was understandable apparently. So I was like, okay. But I kind of wish I had taken the tour, at least somehow, because again, I did not realize PAX West was so much more different than PAX East. I did not realize that everything was not in one center area until like a good week or two before I actually had to go to the damn convention. Like at PAX East, everything is in the one actual convention. You have the expo hall and you have like everything else around it pretty much. PAX West, for fuck's sake, they have like the main they have like different levels for like the main convention, and then it just spreads out to like different hotels and other places. I'm just like, the fuck? How am I supposed to remember this? Like at PAX East, I learned in like a half a day. I knew what to do. I knew where like to send people. Nah, for this, I didn't know anything until probably like the last day. I'm just like, okay, I'm the worst info booth person ever. Because it's such a larger setting and I didn't realize this. I was naive. I was a fool. But I still had a bunch of fun. So, fun. I don't know, words aren't working with me today. So, after I woke up, I already knew that I had to be up very, very early. See, my schedules for helping out at Info Booth were that Friday from like either 2 to 7 or 3 to 8. Or actually no, it was 2 to 7, and then that Saturday, Sunday, and Monday it was 7 to 12, and then that Monday I wasn't needed to be, because Monday is pretty much shut down or tear down and everything. It doesn't go till like 12 because PAX is for some reason open from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So yeah, there's a lot to do. And the next day there was going to be a signing. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan of different YouTubers, and the people who were actually there were it was Jack, Ken, Markiplier, Bob, Wade, Jelly, someone's names I can't say, Emma, Dogger, I don't remember how to say her name, and a bunch of other people. And there was gonna be a signing at the actual Westin Hotel, which was, again, a different area than where I worked in. But I looked ahead because it's like, okay, you know what? my shifts are so late. I may as well go enjoy like, you know, panels or something like that. Because at PAX East I wasn't able to do that. Mainly because I had mid shifts, which was from like 2 to 7, and then after that I couldn't. After that, pretty much freaking tired. But this time I'm like, you know what? I might as well just go and, you know, enjoy myself. And so I already planned this ahead. I planned this like a good few days ahead. And the thing about it was that on that Friday for the signing, it was my friend's birthday. And this is the friend who wanted to come with me, but sadly she couldn't. And it's like, okay, what is the best birthday gift I can give her? Or get her at least. And it's like, okay. I immediately talked to him like, you know, sorry, I had to check something. I was really just like, you know what? If you want anything signed, get it to me before I leave, and I will try my hardest to get as many people to sign it as I can, okay? So it's like, what the hell have I got myself into? That was another mistake. But that Friday, I ended up waking up because I was determined. See, I was going based off of, how do I put this? I was going based off, I'm sorry for rambling, my brain gets scrambled easily. But I remember being at PAX East, and when it was like any famous big YouTuber with like the Markiplier, or the Jacksepticeye, or the PewDiePie, or any of them, whenever they popped up, there was always the lines for that to like get into that event or like that signing or panel would always be capped out like 4 hours before. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to make this girl's birthday really, really good. I want to get this damn thing signed. I'm gonna do it. So I literally got up. I set out all my clothing before, like the night before. I woke up at like 5 o'clock. No, I woke up at 5:45, 5:50. I get up, immediately run to the shower, take a shower as fast as possible, get dressed, take off, go find some breakfast, and then I was around that signing. I made it to the Westin about like 7 o'clock. And now, you're probably wondering why the hell I was there that early. Again, I'm going based off of what I heard and saw at PAX East, because I wanted to make damn sure I got this girl a thing assigned. I'm a determined friend, okay? I knew how much she liked him, and I was like, I like him as well, so like, why the fuck not? And it's like, I'm determined to to do this. And it's like, I get there at like 7 something, and there's already people out there like waiting to go into the the lining area. And now, the thing tops off is that I got there at 7. The signing didn't start till 11. So I was literally in the little line. I grabbed the damn chair. I couldn't sit on that floor. That hurt badly. I don't do hard floors. It was uncomfortable. I just sat there listening to music. I talked to like a few other fans who were there. I'm like, hey, we're into the same thing. This is actually kind of cool. So I ended up talking to a lot of people like the entire time. I was either talking, listening to music, or I was actually thinking about watching The Hobbit. But it was just like, I am here so early. Why did I do this? But then I remembered, because I want to do it for my friend. And I had gone for the Jack, Felix, and Ken signing. And ironically, right next to it was also Markiplier and Friends, which sadly I couldn't get to because the line capped out. I'm like, fuck. I would have loved to gotten her that signature as well. But it was very, very interesting. Like sitting there for a good, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, for 4 hours. Yeah, for 4 hours. I came prepared. I brought food with me. It was very interesting sitting there for like 4 hours, just chatting with random people I didn't know, and either that or just listening to music and relaxing. And just waiting for like 3 people just to come out and get 2 things signed. And I ended up actually getting, if I can grab it up. So what I wanted to get signed mainly, this will focus, was this. This was made by my friend Abby, or the elf as I call her. She was in a video a long time ago on my channel, like for Super Mario Maker or something. She drew this. It's fucking amazing. I'll leave a link in the description below to all her beautiful artwork and whatnot. And she wanted me to get it signed, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try. And I did! As you can see, we got, if I can like do it, we got Ken's signature, cute, and then we got Jack. But then for Jack, I actually asked if he could write Happy Birthday Abby, because it was her birthday that day. I'm like, okay, please, can I do this? Because we only had like 60 seconds each with like each person, and we can do either one signing, one photograph, and then one gift to give, or just swap out one of those with something else. And so for me, I did 2 signings and 1 picture with each person. But it was like, when I got to Jack, I'm like, could you write it? He's like, sure, how do you spell her name? I'm like, Abby. He's like, sure. So I was like, right down there. It says, happy birthday, Abby. And I'm just like, thank you so much. I was so happy. And then naturally, me being me, I was there for 4 fucking hours. I'm getting something signed as well, okay? I got Ken's, Jackson, Beauty Pies as well. So I got it on my hat. I love this hat, but I refuse to wear it because it was smudged. At the same time, I don't want people wondering what the fuck is on my head. But I ended up getting this for a sign, and I immediately posted on Facebook, like, to the elf, happy birthday, showing this. And she was so happy. I'm like, you know what? It was worth it. It was worth waking up at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, or 5:45 in the morning, you know, to get up, sit on some very uncomfortable floor until I got a damn chair, and then finally they came out. And the thing about when they came out, I know my things are out of order. I'm not very good at that. But when they came out, now I've seen Jack, I've seen Ken, I've seen Mark, I've seen Bob, I've seen Wade, I've seen a few other YouTubers as well before, either at PAX or at IndieCon. Or PAX East or at IndieCon. And I'm not the type of fan where it's like, oh my god, it's Sam, I'm gonna freak out and scream. Like when I went to IndieCon, I actually volunteered there as well. When I went to IndieCon, I saw Bob walk right past me. I'm like, oh, that's Bob. Okay. I kept going. And then I see Wade already like in a line signing stuff. I'm like, oh, there's Wade. That's pretty cool. Kept fucking walking. So it's like, okay. And so like, and I've never been in like an actual signing area. Like, again, my job there was info booth, meaning I didn't go to like any of the actual areas of where people went for stuff. So I didn't know how people were going to react when they walked in. The only thing I've went to, which was semi-close to like a loudness around me, was the panel for Brian and Danny from Ninja Sex Party at Indie PopCon. Not gonna lie, that did scare me. Loud noises are weird with me. But the point I'm getting to is that when Jack, Felix, and Ken walked in, and I'm already standing up, just like, okay, I want to get this done with. I have my phone out to take pictures, because naturally I've been there for 4 hours. Okay, I'm taking pictures. So I was like, you know what? Everyone seems pretty chill, or at least they seem hyper. But when the doors opened and when people saw them come in, everyone just started screaming. I fucking ducked. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking someone's getting hurt. There's like shooting or something because people are screaming. And it legitimately scared the shit out of me. I'm like, what is going on here? Is everyone okay? I like just ducked down. And there's this kid behind me like, yeah, they're loud, aren't they? I'm like, yes, they are. What the fuck is wrong with them? And he's like, because they're the YouTubers. I'm like, well, I get that, but why are they freaking out? I don't get it. I'm like I said, I'm that one fan where it's like, if I were to meet someone in person, I'd be like, hey, it's nice to meet you. I like your channel and whatnot. Nice to meet you, bro. Have fun. And then I leave. I don't get excited or anything like that. I thought I would. I actually thought I would fangirl or something, but I didn't, which was weird. And it's like, and that's exactly how it went. Like, I met Felix first, and he was actually a really, really chill guy. I'm actually kind of glad I got to meet him, like other than like how he acts in his videos most of the time, because I mean, don't get me wrong, but he acts a bit odd. And then for Ken, he was also really, really nice, and they were all nice. And then Jack, he was really, really nice as well. And also his freaking Bloodborne tattoo looked freaking amazing. And they were just all really, really nice. And I got to take pictures, so I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. And then I see everyone else just freaking out. I'm like, the fuck is going on? It's like, they're people, right? I think they're people. Are they like made of something different? Are they not human or something? I don't understand why people freak out. If you know why, tell me, because I don't fucking get it. But that was the beginning of my first day of PAX. And God, I have been here for 20 something minutes because I have been rambling on. I'm going to be cutting out so much. Thank the Lord for editing. But at the end of the day, I was really happy. I was able to get that picture signed, and I was also able to actually get Jack to read the she wrote like a letter on the back. My friend, she wrote a letter on the back, and luckily I was able to get him to see it. So I was like, yes. So I was like, I made her so happy. It's like, yay. So other than the craziness with YouTubers, after that I ended up leaving the West, and I'm like, okay, I still got a little while until my shift starts. So I was like, what can I do in Seattle right now, which would be probably actually give me something to eat and not too far from the actual convention. And then I see a Starbucks. And now I didn't realize that Starbucks originated from Seattle until someone told me. I'm like, okay, it can't be any different, right? And it's like, and the Starbucks was like literally right around the corner. So I'm like, okay, I waddle there because it still freaking hurt walking. So I waddle over there, I go inside, I get a freaking mocha frappuccino, I think. And I take a sip of it when I finally get it, because I'm literally just sitting there playing Pokemon Go, eating an apple and like waiting for my drink. And I'm like, you know what? It'd be really funny if I took a picture drinking, drinking Starbucks, and then posted on Facebook saying, so I found the original source of Starbucks. Because I hadn't really told anyone that I was going to Seattle except for my brother, my friend, and then my dad. Other than that, no one else really knew. So it's like, I just posted on Facebook like, actually, let me put an order. First, what happened was that I ended up getting the drink, and I tasted it. I'm like, the fuck is this? It tastes amazing! Like, it legitimately tasted better than what my Starbucks tastes here. Like, it, like compared to what I drink around here, it's like, the fuck is this shit? Y'all need to step your game up. So I see why it originated from Seattle. It tastes amazing in Seattle. I need to go back to Seattle just for that. I didn't realize how good it would be. I was surprised. And so then afterwards, I'm like, after I indulge and I like calm down that like pure bliss feeling, I'm like, okay, let's just take this picture. So I take the picture, and I post up online, and people were just like, what? Why are you in Seattle? It was funny. It was really, really weird because, not weird, but it was really funny because, like, I think I said something like, I think I said something along the lines like, along the lines like, day 2, I found the Starbucks because I heard it originated from here, and this tastes fucking delicious. And I hadn't told anyone. I told like a few people, and that was it because I didn't see a reason to. So I was like, eh. And so then afterwards, I'm like, okay, I have to start heading back to the actual convention because most of the times for shifts, you want to, get back there kind of like, or you want to get to your shift, like a good 50 minutes early. So I was like, okay, I'm going to call my Uber or call my Lyft because I have both, and I'm going to make it back. Let's just say that was a damn doozy. And with that, like, I had to do, what was it? First it was Uber I tried to contact, and the lady could not find me for the life of her. Now, part of it's my fault because again, I'm in a city where I don't know where the fuck I am, and even though I enter the actual street where I'm at, I still don't know how to explain where the fuck I am because I just don't know. I'm not good with directions. Unless I know the place, I don't know how to get around. So I was like, she couldn't find me and she had to give up. The second person from Lyft, he actually went past me twice. I didn't know this until he told me what color his car was. And I'm like, okay, wait, I see you. Could you just come back? Because, stuttering. Because where he was, it was a bit too far for me to walk. And then he calls me, and he starts yelling at me, saying, no, call someone else. He was so pissed. I'm like, the fuck did I do? I got yelled at by a random Lyft driver, and I don't know why. And I felt horrible on the inside. I actually wanted to cuss him out, but it's like, let's be nice. We're in somewhere we don't know where the fuck we are. We have no defense or offense. Let's not do this. So then finally, by the third person from Lyft, it was this nice lady who just like was able to find me, pick me up, and then she just was like, "I'm so sorry that happened to you," because I told her I like talking too much. I can't help it. I always talk. I go blah blah blah. But she felt so bad, and I'm just like, "Thank you for at least waiting for me and picking me up and finding me." I was so happy. It was ridiculous. But that was the start of my day, of the first day of Seattle, or technically second-ish day, whatever you want to call it, for PAX. And so I get there, and then for info booth, it was pretty simple. People just come and go and whatnot. So I do have an interesting story for that first day. So, but I've never played Final Fantasy before. I really need to. I need to play at least one of them. And people came in. How do I put it first? So to explain really fast. Good God, I've been here for a while. To explain it really fast. What we do at Info Booth is not only give information, but we also tell people to like do different tasks and whatnot for like other enforcers. And then we also do weapons check. I was on weapons check because I did not know that much about the actual area, which was a lot easier for me. So I was like, yay, I won't give the wrong answers. So I was on weapons check, and I saw so many good cosplays and so many good like actual like weaponry they had made or like like altered and whatnot. These people are amazing. To anyone who I saw there, props to y'all. I love you guys. There are so many like unique cosplays they could do, and it was just like, can I just steal your talent, please? I want it. It's really awesome. But But the one story I have is that and it's the reason why I brought Final Fantasy because there were two people cosplaying as like I guess two of the main characters. I don't know who they are, and one had like the big old like kind of like razor looking sword, and then the other one had this big ass sword. And when I say real like real size or like life size, it was life size. I had to put like a little like yellow tag, like little like tie thing on it. I had to like have him hold because I had to literally come out of the little out of the little like bunker info booth thing. Mainly because we're actually inside somewhere. I had to come out. I had to like give him my cane. I had to hold the actual sword with like two hands, then my neck, and I had to like tie the thing around there. Like I'll use my cane as an example. So I had it like that, and it was just like that, and it was just like. And it was so difficult to put the damn tie on because it was actually like life size. Like I don't know how big it was. It was taller than me. It was like over 6 foot. I'll probably like put a picture up or something, but sadly I didn't take a picture of his outfits and whatnot because I was doing stuff. But it was so big, and it's like, for one, props to you. Two, help me! I can't hold this. I'm afraid of breaking it. And then naturally, as I'm like struggling putting on the actual little like tie thing, someone comes up and he's like, nice cane. He's like, oh yeah, it's her. He's like, can I take a picture? He's like, sure. And he does like the most sassiest pose with my cane. Goes so like, I was like, really? You're gonna take my cane and just do that? You ain't gonna help me? Okay, I got you. But it was really funny though, and it was actually kind of like a blast being able to talk to them and whatnot. And that was my little weirdness for that day. That was a really, really good cosplay. If I ever see them again, I gotta give them a round of applause. But after that shift, I don't think I did anything else. Did I do anything else? I don't know. Hold on. That's the thing, is that I wanted to do like I wanted to do a kind of like a vlog thing when I got back, but I forgot, and I was still tired from the exhausting 8 days. So I was like, oh, I have another story. I forgot about that. So, no, the reason why I was looking down is because I have like all my pictures on my phone, and I'm able to look at that. But, so, when you're in Force, you have to wear a shirt, or at least an enforcer shirt, which doesn't make sense. It's like a work shirt. And I had to go change out of it really fast, and it was perfectly fine, but I couldn't find a damn bathroom. So I'm like, okay, so I go up to the top floor, and the top floor has a bathroom. What I didn't realize was that, well, for one, it said all gender, or gender neutral or something on the door. I'm like, okay, is that like kind of like one of those bathrooms where it's just like, anyone could go in there? And see, when my brain thought that, I thought it just meant it was just like one person bathroom thing, meaning as though you can just go in there, it's your own little personal bathroom, you're fine, you go in, you go out. I thought it was that. Nah, I go in there, and the first thing I see, in which completely answered my question, was a dude just going to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, okay. I just kept walking and found the stall. Like, I have no problem with that because, like, such stuff doesn't bother me. Like, if you're a guy or a girl, I don't care if you're naked around me or not, or clothed around me, if you're peeing or pooping, I really don't care. It was just kind of like more of like a shock of like, oh, that's what that meant. Okay, I'ma just keep walking. So it was a little weird, but that was the first shock for PAX. Yeah, that was interesting. But other than that, it was like I didn't go back up there because I didn't really see a reason to. I found the bathroom afterwards. But that's my little weird story for that. But after my shift was done, I think all I really did after that was just kind of look around the actual like convention itself, or at least for that convention. I looked at I kind of like waddled around, looked at looked through like some of the expo hall and whatnot. And then when I was tired, I went to a nice little area where you could sit down by the vents and everything. And I ended up taking a few pictures of the outside, which looked really, really pretty. And it was just like, this is so peaceful. It's loud as all fuck, but it's so peaceful. I like it here. I don't want to go home. So that day was very interesting. It was very filled with randomness. It was like, I was so tired when I got back to that damn hotel. I got back at probably because my shift ended at 7. I ended up swapping with someone else. And I think I stayed out for a little bit longer. Oh, I had to stop by Target as well, which was why I ended up leaving or not leaving, but it's the reason why I ended up getting back so late. I ended up getting back a little bit later. I got back around like 10ish because I had to stop by Target to get food and soap because my soap exploded. So that was another fun thing. So I get back, and since for like the next few days, my shifts were just like, you know, from like 7 to 12. I'm like, okay, what is there to do that entire time, which I can do? Because again, I can't do that much walking. So like walking around the actual expo halls itself, or like going to like different, you know, like other areas where they're at for like console free play or like or arcade free play or like PC or whatever. And I couldn't really do that unless I like took an Uber in a wheelchair or something. So I was like, what can I do which would take up my time for a good amount of time? I'm just like, why not go to a panel? And so I looked at the schedule, and there were, I think, every day from, yeah, I think that Saturday, Sunday, and Monday there was a panel every day. And I ended up going to the Markiplier with Friends panel. That was actually really fun. And that was so sweet. I'll tell you in a second. But I ended up going to that one. I ended up going to the Rebel Mode panel. That was really funny. And then I ended up going to the Jacksepticeye panel, which was a solo one, which he was so nervous that it was really, really funny. He was just like, he was so excited but nervous at the same time. He was like, and I wanted to be like so bad and just say like, chill man, you'll be okay, just calm down. But naturally everyone else is like screaming behind me, so you couldn't hear me, which made sense. But I ended up going to all of them because it's like they were all at like 1 or 2 o'clock, and my thing didn't start till 7, so I was like, okay. I've never seen them like before in real life. Well, I actually have, but like I've never seen them in a setting where they're like themselves, but at the same time not like, you know, entire like YouTube thing where they have to be like loud and making jokes and whatnot and things like that. And it's like, why not? It should be interesting to see. And plus, I have no idea if I would ever be able to do such. And I've seen like the panels online before, like older ones, and it's like something always weird happens. I was like, why not? Well, I will actually be cutting this video here. This ended up being a hour and something long vlog, so I'm going to be cutting in about 2 or 3 pieces. So I'll just be editing here, and I'll see you in the next part. Peace! Papers please. So how do I check this? What the? Excuse me? Something? What the fuck? Did he just, why did he have to, bro, run, can I do,